Welcome to FIFA 19, the journey so
Oh.
far.
Oh,
Danny and Cardiff City finally got their hands on the Premier League trophy after their final match of the domestic season.
this track is from Final Fantasy 14, Dwibs, isn't it?
I can't remember. While the celebrations went on in the back of their minds, Cardiff knew the season was not over yet.
Danny's face.
Goodness.
Over in Spain, Alex and Real Madrid could finally lift the La Liga trophy after a long, hard season's work.
Yeah, I think this track is from 14.
Later, Kim sent Alex a video of his granddad after he scored his 100th career goal years ago, talking about the sacrifices he made to get there. Soon the two would meet as opponents, but unlike their pre-season match, the game was now for all the marbles, the chance to become European club champions. But first...
A message from our sponsors?
No.
On
Yeah,
chance.
here's our message from our sponsor, Coca-Cola. But
That's another thing. We didn't get the stupid ad skit like in the second game, in the second season of the journey. That was actually very priceless.
so here we are. I'm playing in the FIFA Women's World Cup final. Actually, what?
Okay.
Yep. USA versus Canada in the cup final.
Oh, of
Hey.
course. You know what that means, guys. We see the return of Kim's girlfriend from Canada.
Bring it in, ladies.
Someone turn the music off. Thank you.
Today's an historic day. It's our chance to be the first women's team to win 4 World Cups.
Yeah, America really is just that damn good.
Didn't we have this speech, the same speech the previous match?
No mistake.
I guess you didn't emphasize enough that America's been steamrolling the Women's World Cup this much.
Who would like nothing more than to see us fall. So one slip, one lapse in judgment.
Don't worry,
and all
England.
our
We'll
hard
make
work
sure to make up for your
will be
loss.
undone. Like that.
It's because you beat us.
Exactly. So
in this
think.
game.
I'm sure England would root for the USA over Canada in this case.
I'd root for Canada.
Of course you would.
Okay, to be fair, Java, considering the behavior, I could imagine that the UK will actually root for a meteorite to crash and, destroy all opposition.
Yeah, okay, now that's
Dun
the...
dun 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 dun.
But it's red, Leaves, not black.
Do I? Is she really that serious?
Come on, Leaves, shake, shake, shake.
Come on.
Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Oh,
Wow.
piece of gum.
You are
How?
such a
it's-
child.
Is your
What are you,
biggest
7?
Is your biggest football inspiration Neymar?
That's the thing,
A guy with
Dwibs.
all talent in the world
Ah.
is also a complete twat.
That's the thing, Dwibs. In this game, apparently Neymar has more class than that.
Again, I'm guessing the writers haven't seen Neymar pitch after.
Maybe he calmed down for this. Okay. Was he like, infamous still around the time this game was released?
Yeah.
Yay.
Ah! Athena Sykes, it seemed.
Well, the objection was anyway.
The wait is
Yeah.
finally over. We are just minutes away from the kickoff
Fitting.
for the 2019 Women's World Cup final. We could hardly have asked for a better matchup. The USA take
I
on
could have.
Canada. I'm Martin Tyler.
Come on now, Dwibs. You did what you had to do. You had to help America once again win the Women's World Cup.
Delighted to be here. Can't wait for this one to get.
I mean, that's the interesting thing as well, because Canada are part of the British Commonwealth.
But technically a part of North America.
Also, they're supposed to be still their own fucking state, in themselves.
Hopefully,
Or their own country.
final that lives up to everything that we've seen beforehand.
Seriously, the only way that woman from earlier, the one to Kim, could be any more of a dick is if she, I don't know, did what Bart Simpson accidentally did in that episode of The Simpsons and the American flag or something.
I thought instead we're going to say speaking 1,000 megaphones.
I know, me too.
I don't want you to accuse me of exaggeration here, because I really mean this. 'cause I
I
saw
think
the
that
game.
one still is his most property damaging prank.
All
Okay, Dwibs, I might as well actually ask you this question, just to know. For the female, competition.
Oh, look at that there, even.
Does at least the UK have actually female commentators in these positions?
Yes. Although, actually, interesting story to you mentioned that. Recently, a couple in particular, basically, in terms of internet reactions on social media in regards to commentators.
Oh no.
There's been a couple of times where okay. To be fair, people would mock certain commentators no matter what their gender. But there was one in particular who, okay, I'll give some context. I won't give a name for the commentator since I don't want to end up causing them any more grief. But there was a commentator during a match involving Leeds United in the Premier League, and she made a comment basically saying that Leeds only got up because of that pause in the season that allowed, when they got promoted because of the pandemic, that allowed them to rest and get a lot more and get more energy to push forward for when the season resumed and get promoted.
And I think that it wasn't really a great thing to say.
Well, no, it was untrue, really, for two reasons. One, they were pretty much on the verge of getting promoted anyway, and two, when the season resumed after all those weeks, Leeds actually lost their first game back.
So, Dwibs,
here's the thing: when Leeds United's Twitter account, their official one, by the way, it's not a fan, it's not one run by a fan. It was their own Twitter account. When Leeds United's official Twitter account pointed that out, everyone in the footballing press went ballistic at them for supposed sexism, even though there was not a hint of that in the tweet itself. They made no reference to the fact that she was a woman saying it. It was just, they thought it was just a dumb comment.
Typical.
Was this the woman who was like not knowing what she was talking about?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing. She later on, she did this weird comment where apparently, at least according to her, in a cup match, if you win, you get 3 points in the league, even though that's not how it works.
It is not how that works.
And I mean, that's the thing, though. You'd think. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you've been in just the women's game or not. I mean, you'd think you'd know better by that point. And before you go saying, "Oh, Dwibs, you just go after female commentators," there was actually something like that. There was actually something happened involving one of the top men's commentators on a football match recently. I can't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I honestly don't get it.
Like
Anyway,
there is actually sexism when it comes to female commentators, but that's like that wasn't what happened in this case. Like I remember you've spoken about this. You've spoken about this one before. Yeah.
She just made a completely ignorant comment. And it's just when someone pointed it out, people cried sexism.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jova.
So, Dwibs, I take it this part will essentially be the remainder of Kim's campaign.
Yes.
Also, sorry, go on.
So I'm curious, like, well, is it like, well, after you complete all the campaigns, then you get like one final cutscene of the three protagonists together here and there, or is it like, well, once you finish a campaign, that's pretty much it?
Yeah, pretty much.
So which is it?
Yeah, we answer the question.
We'll get there, Jova.
Well, it's a simple question. I mean, like, well, so is it like once we finish Kim's campaign, that's pretty much it for her, or do we get like
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay then.
Oh, I found it actually, and what I was referring to earlier, involving that thing I couldn't remember exactly. Apparently, the commentators forgot the rule of taking penalties, where after a player took the penalty, they can't touch the ball again until it's touched somebody else.
pulls it back now.
And bear in mind, they've either played in football or have been doing commentary for years.
USA's ball, it's their throw.
My point is, from what I've noticed when it comes to commentators, stupidity knows no gender.
Lloyd.
And that's what baffles me the most. To me, regardless of gender, the people in charge of the football coverage do try and pick either good enough presenters or commentators for the job, or experienced footballers to do it, and yet half the time they don't know what they're talking about.
Trying to get involved, I think, the forward by coming this deep.
It's part of the reason why I'm not really a huge fan of sporting media. They could just say
Media in
just
general.
go on there. And, yeah. People could just you could talk complete twaddle, and yet you'll somehow get paid a lot of money for it.
Anyway, what I was going.
Anyway, that's the end of my rant on
No,
footballing
but
media.
I actually didn't want it to cause that. Instead, why I raised that question was that it would have been nice if the game actually had known female commentators for dedicated to King's campaign.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
mean,
it.
why not Alex Scott or something? She's good at it.
That's
Oh, you do know about those, Dwibs.
Like I said.
I mean, I have listened to Alex Scott sometimes when she's been on certain programs, and and she's generally she's generally very good at it.
It does really seem weird that they didn't go that extra mile. Again, that's unfortunately the thing with this franchise owned by EA here.
They do that in actual commentaries of actual football matches.
Yeah, so why not for this game? It is weird, but unfortunately, again, even with the journey, the FIFA, well, the sports games in general aren't as innovative or, as, productive as they used to be. I guess when they figured that this or that could do. Again, it's a miracle that we got something like the journey to begin with, and sadly, even that now is getting downplayed if, the quote-unquote new story modes are as mundane as you've described them, Dwibs.
Actually, Dwibs, remind me again, since I actually forgot this detail from Season 2 of the Journey. When Alex got to do his excursion in America at that point, did we still kept the British commentator we're hearing right now, or did they have the American one? Oh, okay. No, I just misremembered.
Okay, one thing I can say is that here in Britain, when they show an American football match, they do have British commentators commenting on that. So maybe we're watching the British feed.
Of course.
Wait, really? Huh.
Yes.
Probably. I guess that's the best that can draw.
Hey, since these games like to apply.
All the same though, it would have been nice if they gotten British female commentators. But alas, I mean. Alas, you can't expect the most from EA.
I'd have thought there'd been a handball, maybe. I mean, they did give them.
Maybe they ignored it. You told me, Dwibs, that the AI can actually cheat like that.
I won't say cheating, it's just...
Okay, deliberately ignore for the sake of applying realism, I guess.
Cheating.
Sometimes referees do sometimes fail to notice.
Like there's a lot that they're trying to watch out.
See, that's the interesting thing. Some things you guys call a glitch actually do happen in real life.
It's not a glitch, it's a feature.
Yeah, don't you see? The Matrix is not glitching, it's just a real life feature.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I turned the first half of this commentary into why Dwibs doesn't like football media.
Well, that's the thing, Dwibs. All of us, it seems that you're still the one who cares about it the most. So.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised. Considering her lack of interest in football, I'm surprised Shiro noticed that.
Opportunity now.
I guess some things are so loud that everyone has to notice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I'm not again like a lot of like a sane person. I'm not against females doing stuff for football media. Just want good ones. Like, I mean, Alex Scott can't do everything. You need more.
Certainly made no mistake with it. Wonderful goal.
Well, that's the thing though, Jova. As we learned what happened with Leeds United's Twitter account, sometimes you can even criticize. What is that celebration?
I have to say it's so
I don't know.
Sometimes you can explicitly say, yeah, I make very clear in your tweet or whatever that you're not doing it you're not bashing them just because they're a female, and you still get called a sexist.
Because like they criticized what she said, not the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Also, welcome.
I don't know if the tweet.
Sorry.
I don't know if the tweet is still up. I could show you.
I can
the
live without
internet is
it,
very
sorry.
reactionary.
Yeah, especially
Yes.
these days.
And anyway, winning
Oh
5-0.
no! Anyway.
Trust me, we've all heard that story before. Oh, you don't like this game because you're sexist, says Stands of Last with us too. Oh, you don't like this movie.
Okay, you actually don't have to get too much away from EA. Remember Battlefield 5?
Oh God, yeah. Oh, you don't like our historical drama that blatantly gets stuff wrong because you're sexist, even though we claim that it's supposed to be historical and it's done in a way that does not work historically. We just
And then were people... Sorry, go on.
And then they said, oh, well, if you hate it that much, then don't buy it. People didn't buy it, and then EA had the gall to act outraged at people for taking their advice.
That happened recently with a movie.
Sorry, Dwibs?
Didn't that happen with Charlie's Angels? Or
I think it was because... Yeah, I think it was also tied to that. Then there was... Then there was the infamous extra credit video that was in some ways attached to it. I don't know if you actually... Well, it wasn't actually attached to Battlefield 5, more like to shooters in general, but it's you probably have heard of it. It's basically that one that says, there you are, you're playing your favorite shooter, and all of a sudden you're a Nazi. You didn't ask for this, you didn't choose this, but the game forced you to do it.
What?
I'll give you a link for later, Shiroi. You and Alice will probably enjoy it a lot.
Because I've only seen one extra credit video, and it wasn't that one.
Okay. Let me put it this: extra credit is like a fallen hero, Shiroi. He used to actually give good thought-provoking videos, but then something changed, and it seems like he became a sellout.
If I recall correctly, the original crew of Extra Credit is nowhere to be seen at this point. All of them have kind of abandoned the channel. So
the only video I did see was them hosting somebody else's story, so it wasn't even really theirs.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
I never even heard of that group.
Probably for the best.
1 minute left on the clock.
I've heard mixed things.
Oh boy, 1 minute left on the clock, guys. Canada's totally gonna turn it all
Canada
around.
make 6 goals and win the match. But hey, there's one lesson we're proving. Hey,
what?
Acting like a bully gets you nowhere.
The USA are women's world champions.
For the 4th time!
Yay! We did it! For 4 times in a row. Gonna claim that.
Oh, can you hear the music? And
so inspiring.
Oh, get to make a choice here, guys.
For reals this time?
We can either feign a handshake like Trombley did earlier, or we can
be the mature person. There we go.
You're a foot player, Hunter.
And now they make out.
Right back at you, Trump.
Your house or my house?
No. Right here on the field, they make out.
Okay, Jova. I don't think Kim is an exhibitionist.
No. Dude, no, Tia. They don't have to take their clothes off, just,
Besides, Kim's a bit young for that.
It's funny. Okay. Dwibs also has a point, but it's funny also because there was a case in Italian volleyball, if I recall correctly, where it was an accidental case where two players essentially fell on top of each other and they stayed there for a couple of seconds.
Oh, don't tell me they were in the 69 position.
No, Joe. Okay, not on that point, but you know, I'll see if I can find you an article on that.
Also,
we are witnessing fictional, for now at least, history.
Also, I just
knowing, although, would you guys be surprised if this actually happened in real life? In fact, who actually won the 2019 World Cup in real life?
America.
America.
The USA.
Actually, yeah, of course. They beat the Dutch.
Yes.
And we did all right actually in that one. We came fourth.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I just realized? That ending between Kim and Melania, or whatever her name is, that was literally the ending between Alex and Gareth, where Gareth is lying on the ground, and then Alex offers a hand to help him up during that.
It seems to be the common trope for the series. Rival acts like a prick. When they lose, they're sitting down on the pitch, moping that their tactic didn't work, and then they shake hands with the opponent at the end.
How nice. Really does make me wonder where the hell Gareth is during all of this.
I don't know, he's probably at that juice bar that our coach for the women's team said earlier.
You know,
everyone ended up in.
You know, you gotta love the irony that the
that's like the equivalent of being being sent to the Shadow Realm.
Whatever.
Yes,
you gotta love the irony that the World Cup trophy is the smallest of the trophies that we've seen so far. Like, when arguably the World Cup is the biggest of the events.
Well, the men's World Cup is pretty small compared to a lot of other trophies.
I know, like I said, the irony that the World Cup trophy is smaller than those giant ones.
Is it meant to be size isn't everything?
Okay.
Kim's going to move on.
So is she actually gonna do her studies or actually keep the career going?
All set?
Can't believe I'm actually moving out.
You can't believe it.
Gonna be kind of weird leaving LA. Been here all my life.
Listen, Kim. I need to tell you that your instincts were right. And that was some deal that be sorted for you. You're going to change the game.
Of course.
No, I couldn't.
Don't say that. She just wants to play football.
Well, I was taught by the
Okay,
best.
what'd I miss?
16, 9th grade.
Kim is having to decide her life.
Well,
yeah, Kim's gonna move out and make her.
Do we see what her decision is, I wonder?
She will become a genie.
So wait. So they're gonna end on a non-issue? I mean, sorry. So they're gonna end on a non-answer?
Well, I got an answer, but we'll find out later.
That's weird, though. I mean, to end her campaign without even answering properly the question.
That's Chapter 4, Eclipse.
Huh? If that's the end of her.
I got it. If we were naming, I thought they would have named Chapter 3 Eclipse. I named Chapter 4 Breaking Dawners.
Anyway, but yeah, for an ending to a campaign, that does feel awfully abrupt, and it's weird how they hemmed and hawed about what Kim's decision will be, only to not show what her decision will be.
Yeah, journey complete. Alex's hectic lifestyle has led to this moment. Champions League. Danny's challenging path has led to this moment. the same thing.
So basically, whichever one you choose to play as will...
That's the thing, Jover. You just choose the player, but there's a cutscene later on where you actually choose who you.
Right, and from what you told us, you know, to sort of balance out how you chose Danny initially, this time you'll be choosing Alex.
Well, we'll see about that. So join us in the finale, where we will determine which of the two biggest players in the playthrough be taking on for the right to win the Champions League trophy. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Yeah.